Welcome to Excel 2010 Managing Duplicates. I'm Trainer Lori. If we want to manage duplicate records, we're showing you ways to colorize your duplicates that are in the same column, to actually remove duplicates, and they're so easy. Both of those are very, very easy to do. To compare duplicates between two columns, which you have some more options on, and then a VLookup so that you can connect duplicates. To color duplicates in the same column, it's really easy. Make sure you've selected the column, then go to Home, Conditional Formatting, and choose Highlight Cell Rules. At the bottom it says Duplicate Values. All you have to do then is choose if you want to take the default formatting or choose the custom formatting. I like to change it so that it's just yellow background. So I click Fill and choose Yellow Background, and then click OK. And instantly it goes through and finds any duplicates and highlights them for me. At that point, if I wanted to, I could sort by the color only. And now we can sort the list. We go to Data, Sort and Filter, choose Custom Sort, and then instead of saying Sort on Values, choose from the drop-down Cell Color. When you do that, it'll ask what order would you like your cell color to be in. We want the color to be on top, and it automatically goes to the top. If you want to remove duplicates from the same list, just go to Data, Remove Duplicates. And I would suggest that if you are importing the same list from at different times, that you might have the exact same duplicates in every field. But if you're importing from multiple lists, you probably won't have duplicates in every field or every column. So you might want to unselect all, and then go back through and just check off the ones that you know for a fact would be a duplicate. And then click OK, and voila, just that fast, it says 4 duplicate values were found and removed, and 88 unique values remain. The thing that's a little scary about this is that they disappear, and you don't get to see which ones they are. So you might want to colorize them first and look at it and see, oh yeah, these all look like duplicates. Okay, now I want to delete them all. If we have two columns that have a lot of matches in it, we don't know exactly which ones are exactly alike, and you just want to find out. In other words, I want to see if A3 exactly matches B3, and then A4 if it exactly matches B4. In that case, it's a very simple formula. It's simply A3 equals B3. Of course, you put it in your next column over, and in this case the answer is true, so it returns the value true. And in this case it's false, so it returns the value false. So that could be useful, but maybe you will actually want to see what the duplicate is. And so you might add another column and use an if statement. You can say if C7 equals true, then show whatever's in A7. Or down here, in A7. And if it's false, then show nothing. So you can see a lot of these have nothing. And what I would do at that point is hide A, B, and C. I hide those columns, and now I can just have a list of the duplicate ones. This one's a lot more complex, but it will do something that is a lot more complex, and that is to find something in one column and see if it matches anywhere in the other column. And so it's a little more complex formula. It's if, but notice this option is number. If it's a number, then match, in this case B2, to anything in the C column. And then it says if it's a match, show it. If it's not, show nothing. Those double quotes, two sets of double quotes, say nothing, because there's nothing in between those quotes. It says show nothing. So that is a really good option, and I hope you're writing that down if you want to use it. However, I do have another option that's similar, just a little bit different. And that is error. We use the if with the is error instead, because if you try to match it, it might come up as an error. So what you're saying is, if there's an error, then match S2, in this case S2, to anything in the U column. But notice now there's dollar signs in front of it. That makes it an absolute reference, and it will not change. So I can copy this formula all the way down by double-clicking on my autofill handle, and it will always stay whatever is in U2 through U1730. And so it's saying if it is an error, put nothing in. But if it's not, then use the word match. Type in the word match. A little bit different. Both of them work. You can determine what you actually want to show. Do you want to show what the code is, or do you want to show just the fact that it's a match. This is VLookup. This is when I have two lists and I want to compare them, but I want the same information from one to also appear in the other. To find VLookup, look on the formula bar for the FX button, or you can go to Formulas and find the FX button, or you can choose from one of the books. And notice it says formulas, but it's really a function. And if you're not sure, you'll definitely want to use the FX key. If you do, it'll show you the function arguments, and it'll help explain what goes in them. For example, column index number, when you click on it, you can see down here what it means. But let's look at it in more detail. If I type in equal VLookup, and then the first argument, there are three arguments you can see because there are two commas, and they're separating three different arguments. So the first one says, look here. In other words, what am I looking up here that I want to match over here? So I'm going to look up this B3. And then it says match it from here. This is where the table is that I want to match it from. And in this case, notice I use the dollar signs again to make it an absolute reference so that it won't change even as I pull the formula down and copy it. So, and this can be on a different worksheet or a different workbook as well. It doesn't have to be in here. For example, let's say that you have an employee list and you want to show the employee phone number, but because it could change a lot, you only want to be able to store it in one location. And so I could have two or three other databases that have employee with their phone number, but instead of actually putting their phone number in there, I'll say match the last name here and pull from this other database. So we're saying match here and pull from the database. And what are we going to pull from? And that's the last one, and that is which column. In this case, it is two columns, so it's the second column that I want to pull from. It's a good idea to put your table in sort order. If you don't, you must add another argument, and that is false, to say that it's not in sort order. And when you do that, it will automatically put the information in, so that if I want to change all of my A's, I want to change the fee to 115, I only have to change it once, and it will automatically update it everywhere. Or if I need to change my employee's phone number, I can just change it once in one database and have all the other databases that are linking to it automatically change. Hope you enjoyed that. That's all we have for this time. We'll see you next time. Bye.